Hi, and welcome to Book Chat with Julie. I'm Julie with the Argenta Branch Library, part of the Lehman Library System here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. And welcome. It's February 2022. It's Valentine's Month. It's Black History Month. It's President's Day, Love Month. It's a short month. It's usually maybe some snow days. And as we are recording this, today is actually a snow day. This is our number 2 snow day. We had one yesterday as well. We didn't get a whole lot of snow, but we did get a lot of ice. And I have to admit that yesterday I did not look at my to-be-read pile, my snow day magazines. I simply watched movies. And I took full advantage of Hoopla. Now, I've talked about Hoopla before. Hoopla is a digital service that the library offers with your Lehman Library card. If you don't have a Lehman Library card, please give us a call. We'll make one for you and we'll get you all set up with Hoopla. If you're not local and you're watching this, check with your local library to see if they have access to Hoopla. Hoopla has movies, TV shows, it has music CDs, it has books, audiobooks, and I kind of use them all. So one of the things that I did is I did watch on Hoopla because I got my iPad all set up just in case we were to lose power. So I had it hooked up to my power bank to kick in if we had lost electricity. I'd still have access to Hoopla. But I watched Sweet Home Alabama, and I watched Cary Grant and Sophia Loren in Houseboat, one of my absolute favorites. Those make for some good rom-com, romantic comedy, love stories to kind of dive in with your blanket. I had Harrison on my lap, and we just kind of watched movies all day. Some of the movies that I had picked up that are available at the library is Hope Floats, always a favorite. When Harry Met Sally is always a favorite. And of course, Who Can Resist Love Story. Now on Hoopla, the movie Love Story is not on there, but you can read the book through the ebook, or you can get the music soundtrack and listen if you liked some of the music. Some of my first piano recital pieces were music from the Love Story. So that's available on Hoopla to borrow. One of the books that I was going to kind of look at for some rom-com in the library is we have Heartbreak for Hire. You know, rom-coms are, you can get them, you know, there's always the love-hate relationship. Somebody meets somebody from the past, or maybe they meet somebody, co-worker like in this story, they don't really like. But you know how the story goes. By the time you get to the end, they have fallen in love. So rom-coms can be, you can go the Hallmark version of a rom-com, keep going a little bit further if you want something a little romantic, something a little romantic, then we have those for you in the library too. But Heartbreak for Hire by Sonia Hartel is definitely two co-workers. They meet, they're assigned to a project. Not sure that's going to work out because, you know, they don't like each other. But there you go. One of the love stories that I was going to feature is one of my favorite authors. Local to us is Kathleen Fuller. You also probably know her because I've introduced some of her Amish fiction. This is her contemporary romance. And there's book number 1 is Hooked on You. And then the book number 2 just came out this winter, and Much Ado About Latte. And those are 2 great books, especially if you're local and you read that. She talks about some local places in here that if you are familiar with Little Rock, North Little Rock, the Benton and Bryan area, you might want to read these. You might see some familiar places and names of things. That's always good for a cozy home read, is when you kind of know the place. So that's Kathleen Fuller. Book 1 is Hooked on You, and book 2 is Much Ado About Latte. Those are some great reads. I have a book buddy in California. We're kind of like pen pals, and she just sent me, her name is Amy, and Sheila Roberts, and this is part of a series, but it's Better Than Chocolate. This is also available on Hoopla. It is How Sweet It Isn't. Sweet Dreams Chocolate Company has been in the Sterling family for generations, ever since Great Grandma Rose literally dreamed up her first fabulous recipe. But now it looks as they're about to lose Sweet Dreams to the bank. And that would be a disaster, not only for the family, but for the town. And the town of Icicle Falls, Washington. Can Samantha, the oldest daughter and new head of the company, come up with a new way to save it? So again, a good romantic comedy. There's going to be somebody's going to come back and meet her and probably sweep her off the feet. But can she save the chocolate company? So that's Better Than Chocolate by Sheila Roberts. And as always, it's been a couple months, but I have another congratulations to Amy Clipston, one of my author friends. And she has a new, it is an Amish fiction, but it's The Foundations of Love. And this is #1 in her new series. And this one I just got in the mail because last week was just the pub date. So when I get done here and I get my hot chocolate made, this is the first one that I'm going to dive in for this weekend to finish up my ice snow day weekend. I've got 2 more days. So I'm going to get this one started, and I'll probably get it finished by later tonight. So I enjoy. So congratulations, Amy Clipston, for A Foundation of Love. A few titles that are brand new to me. The authors are brand new to me. They are available through Libby, through Hoopla, and some of these are available at the library. So I hope that you'll check them out. But Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson. And this is a book for book lovers. It's impossible not to root for Nora. Nora's the main character. And it's also a workplace type story, and she's going to meet somebody that, I guess the criteria for their love story is that he must love books as well. A Season for a Second Chance, by Jenny Bayless. This one is also available on Libby and in the library. And it's a charmingly quirky seaside town offers a recently separated Annie Sharp a fresh start and possibly a new lease on love. So that is A Season for Second Chance. The cover's got all the snowy vibes on it, hot chocolate or coffee. I'm going to say they're having hot chocolate. And another one that is new to me as well, and I have it actually waiting to borrow on my Libby so I can listen to it, but I also have the book to read it as well because sometimes I go back and forth. Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie Cousins. And this is a story where the two strangers, they meet in an airport. He is the most handsome man she's ever seen. When she... they meet, say hello like you would in an airport. But when she gets to her hotel, she realizes their suitcases got switched. So she's getting to know him by the contents of his suitcase. And do they meet? Do they not meet? What if the wrong choice could lead you in the right direction? So Just Haven't Met You Yet. Another great rom-com type book, romantic read for February, for a snow day. We still have a few more weeks of February, so we still could have another snow day. But I hope that you will spend time with those that you love this month. Maybe some little chocolates, maybe some candles. Harrison is over here. He's under my feet, and as everybody knows, he's my true love. So he and I will find a blanket and some puppy treats for him and some chocolates for me, and I'm going to get started with Amy Clipston's Foundation of Love tonight, and then I will probably find some more rom-com movies on Hoopla. Check out the library and see what we have new in the way of movies. But again, I really like to promote Hoopla because I love Hoopla. And you can even go into Hoopla right now and you can type in romantic movies. You can do romantic comedies, or they even have a little genre that's just marked Valentine specials. So that's a good way to kind of narrow down for kids and for adults. They have kid movies, family movies, and then they have plenty of the romantic comedy. So again, I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Book Chat with Julie, and I will see you in March when we are going to look at some nonfiction. I haven't done a whole lot of nonfiction, but I have a lineup of 4 or 5 nonfiction books that I have picked up over the last couple months, and I want to share those with you. So I will see you again in March, and thank you again for joining me for another Book Chat with Julie.